Welcome everyone. Today we're going to talk about an essential international treaty called Cedaw and how it influences gender equality in the Philippines. So here are the questions that can be answered through this video. Let's start with the basics. Cedaw stands for the Convention on the Elimination of All Forms of Discrimination Against Women. It is an international agreement adopted by the United Nations in 1979. It is the most comprehensive international agreement on the women's rights and has been ratified by 189 countries, including the Philippines. Cedaw prohibits discrimination against women in all spheres of life, including civil and political rights, economic and social rights, and cultural and personal rights. Cedaw is like a roadmap for achieving gender equality and protecting women's rights around the world. But what is its main purpose in the Philippines? So let's find out. In the Philippines, Cedaw has a crucial role to play. Its main purpose here is to promote and protect the rights of women and eliminate all forms of discrimination against them. It also empowers women to demand their rights, to hold the government accountable. Cedaw is like a toolbox filled with strategies to promote gender equality. First, promoting gender equality in education, employment, healthcare, and other areas. Second, enacting and enforcing laws that prohibit discrimination against women. Last, changing social and cultural attitudes and practices that perpetuate gender inequality. So what is Cedaw in the Philippines? The Philippines ratified Cedaw in 1981 and has since taken a number of steps to implement the convention. This includes enacting laws that prohibit discrimination against women in employment, education, and marriage. The Philippines has also established a number of institutions to promote gender equality, such as the Philippine Commission on Women and National Council for Women's Development. So here are the challenges to gender equality in the Philippines and the role of Cedaw in promoting gender equality in the Philippines. Cedaw promotes gender equality in a number of ways, including defining discrimination against women and setting out a framework for an action to end it. Cedaw provides a comprehensive definition of discrimination against women and identifies all areas of life where discrimination can occur. For example, the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act, Republic Act 9262, was passed to protect women and their children from the violence including domestic violence. It also sets out a framework for the government to take action to eliminate discrimination against women in all areas of life, recognizing and addressing violations of women's rights in the private spheres of the home. Cedaw recognizes that women can be also discriminated against in the private sphere of the home, such as through domestic violence. Cedaw requires the government to take actions to protect women's rights in the private sphere. For example, the Anti-Violence Against Women and Their Children Act, Republic Act 9262, was passed to protect women and their children from the violence including domestic violence. As a summary, the Philippines, with its commitment to Cedaw, has seen positive changes in women's life, from increased political participation to improved access to education and employment, and better protection against violence. So let's continue supporting Cedaw and work together towards a more equitable and inclusive society for all. Thank you for joining. Cedaw promotes gender equality by requiring governments to take actions to eliminate discriminations against women in all areas of life. As a summary, the Philippines, with its commitment to Cedaw, has seen positive changes in women's life, from increased political participation to improved access to education and employment, and better protection against violence. So let's continue supporting Cedaw and work together towards a more equitable and inclusive society for all. Thank you for joining us today to learn about Cedaw. and its role in advancing gender equality in the Philippines. Stay informed, stay engaged, and let's keep working towards a brighter, more equal future.